Look, I'm black guy. Hello, how may I help you?
Hey, Habibi, look, my hang low ain't working like it's supposed to. You got any of them sex pills?
May I randomly suggest one of these generic products?
Nah.
You should take the A game, little bro.
Bling bling for the ding ding.
Nah.
You shouldn't be taking that poison, little bro. Here, try one of mine.
Yes, right.
A game will make a girl give you her credit card number.
It is very true.
Plus, it's an all-natural solution for men. Not like these gas station pills gonna make your manhood shrivel up and fall off.
Oh my golly, he's right. A-game is an all-natural solution for men. And you take it and it give you energy and libido and your vitality will be out the roof.
I feel it kicking in already. I'm gonna go home and show my girl.
Okay, but don't forget to drink 16 to 32 ounces of water.
Hey, baby.
Ooh, look who brought their A game.
And that A is for apocalypse, cause I'm about to blow your back up. Ow!
Ooh, I love it when you bring your...
What's going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on SHEEPSTAYSLEEPTV. Shout out to everybody who support the platform. Much love. Salute to everybody that's tuned in right now. If you are tuned in, make sure you hit the like button. Hit the like button on the way in. Hit the like button on the way into the show. Hit the like button on the way in. After you hit the like button, share this show. Share the broadcast. Share it on your community tab, your Discord servers, anywhere that you share videos. Let's share this show. Let's get that out. Let's get this message out to the masses. So make sure you share the show. Those are the first two ways you support the stream. You like the stream, you share the stream. Like the stream, share the stream. This is your first time here. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I drop some new content right here on SHEEPSTAYSLEEPTV. Salute to all of the visionaries. Salute to all of the visionaries. Salute to the A-Game family. Salute to the A-Game family. Salute to the A-Game Nation, man. And we back here on SHEEPSTAYSLEEPTV with another show. We're going to get into it today, man. We're going to get into it. So, once again, shout out to everyone. Shout out to all the visionaries out there. And we back with another video. Today's show, rappers in dresses. Should we care? Does it surprise you? Does it surprise you at this point? Rappers in dresses surprises you still? We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it because we all know in this space that we call the Black manosphere, we all know that Black men in the media are misrepresented all the time. It is the norm for us to be misrepresented. It is the norm for us to be portrayed in a way that the majority of us don't live. And this is why it is extremely important that we have our own media. It is extremely important that we support our own media. See, because we could sit up here and say what we need all day, but the question is, when those things are presented, when those resources are now available, will you take advantage of them? Will you support it? Would you build upon those things? You see, this is why I'm saying rappers and dresses. Why does it surprise you at this point? Why do you even care? You're going to continue to see this if you're not supporting your own media. And we have our own media in this space. It will be available to the entire space, as you can see on your screen, August 4th, on Amazon, available for purchase. And it's the first issue of the Black Manosphere magazine. Because we're doing what? We're redefining the image of Black men in media. That's what we're doing with this magazine. You're tired of seeing men in dresses? Support the Black Manosphere magazine. You're tired of seeing Black men being portrayed in a certain light? Support Black male media. Support. Make sure you go out and you support this magazine. Make sure you go and you support the upcoming issues, because this is just the beginning. Because we're here to redefine Black male's image. That's what we're here to do. So we don't have to have this issue of, what we see. We don't have to worry about that, because that will no longer be an issue. You see, Conway wearing a dress, as y'all can see in the thumbnail, wouldn't even offend y'all. Y'all wouldn't even care about it, because you have your own media. You have your own media. You have your own magazines. At some point, we'll have our own movies. But we have to support what we want. If we don't support what we want, then guess what? We're going to have to deal with what's available. And that is what? Black men wearing skirts. Why are we surprised at Conway? Why are we mad? Well, I could tell y'all that I was surprised when I saw him wearing it, because just based on the things that he rap about, you really wouldn't think he would go that route. The whole Griselda thing, them bringing back lyrics and bars and concepts and storytelling, things that hip hop has been missing. But at some point, what? Got to make the crossover. And what way to make the crossover with wearing a, And see, I made the thumbnail off of Conway's Instagram because I wanted y'all to read exactly what he said under the post. So this should tell y'all why y'all shouldn't be surprised at any of these rappers going the route that they're going. They got too much money now. They don't care about the opinions or your moral thing. They don't care about that. See, notice that is something that is said amongst a lot of people. They always say that, talking that moral stuff is talking that broke shit. See, this is an example of it. He's showing you like, listen, I don't care about your opinions, dude. This is Alexander McQueen. I was able to pay for this skirt. I don't care if y'all think I shouldn't be wearing no skirt. So why should we care, brothers? Why should we care? I'm going to tell you why we should care. Because there's young boys looking at that. And we do know what symbolism is. We do understand biocotyron. We do understand that. So when you start putting these subliminal suggestions in a young boy's mind and it starts playing on how he thinks and feels about himself, and then he's stuck in the culture that allows him to be confused, that allows him to be both ways, and allows him to not be masculine. It's going to continue to play out in the environment. And this cycle perpetuates itself over and over and over. This is why I think we should speak out on it. That's why. See, nobody really cares at the fact that rich guys want to wear what they want to wear. Who cares? But what does that tell the young boy who doesn't understand that? See, this is where responsibility comes into play for us men. We have to be responsible for that. We have to know that we are responsible for that. See, we can't sit here and act like we're not. Yeah, that young boy father is responsible also, but he's going to go out in the world where he's going to see certain things perpetuated. And I don't think black men should be the ones perpetuating certain types of lifestyles, especially out in the open. I don't even think you should even put that suggestion out there. See, it has nothing to do with, being mad about what somebody want to wear because they can. See, that has nothing to do with it. And that's not even a logical disagreement. That's some emotional stuff. Because see, a lot of people feel like, and I'm gonna say this, a lot of guys over time, like with the boom of social media, I've really noticed over the years just how emotional and hateful that a lot of guys could be. And when I say this, I'm not saying hateful toward anyone else. I mean themselves. Because a lot of these guys think that they're beyond critique. A lot of these guys think that no one can have an opinion about anything. And if you do, you're not supposed to say it. See, all of this weird stuff came from the boom of social media, which ties right into pop culture. See, before the surge of social media, everybody wasn't just, and I spoke about this in a previous show. Everybody wasn't called the hater because they didn't like something you've done, or they think what you've done is actually a detriment, and they have an honest critique about it. See, now all of that stuff is considered hating because that is something that is not allowed in pop culture. You see? That's not allowed in pop culture. Oh, I'm not supposed to say nothing. But the same person that don't want you to say nothing says stuff about other people, call other people haters. You see? See, this mentality comes from practicing a backward value system. This is where this comes from. This is what happens when you practice a backward value system. This is why the men who partake in that, like Conway, you will see him say the things that he said up under his picture that you see as the thumbnail. But this was one of the same guys who in his lyrics would call dudes weirdos for dressing a certain way. But once he gets some money, now he's dressing that way. And now nobody could say nothing about him. But what about the dudes who was dressing weird when you couldn't afford that stuff? You see what happens when you practice the backward value system? You're confused. You don't even know you're a contradiction. You don't know this. And that's not a good portrayal to the youth. The guys who really listen to the music and really standing on what you're saying. And this is where the whole, well, it's just entertainment comes in. But entertainment is art. And art what? Art imitates what? So you have to be careful with what? You have to be careful with the images you put out there. See, that speaks to what? Value number 4 in the 10 life value system, which is appearance. Black men, we have to watch how we appear to one another and to the world. And that is not just our clothing, but the things that our clothing represent. The symbols that are on these clothes. The names, the brands, the guys who make these brands. Who are these guys? Do you know who Alexander McQueen is? Alexander McQueen is a homosexual. Now, this is not me knocking homosexual men, but I promote heterosexual black male masculinity. And from what we heard from Conway, this is what those guys represented. Then why would you be wearing a openly gay guy's clothes? You're wearing it because what? You can afford it because what? You're practicing the backward value system. See, this is why it's, oh, you just hating because you can't afford it. That's the wealth. That's the backward value system where you're putting wealth over spiritual, where you're putting money over your principles, when you're putting money over your morals. That's the backward value system. That's why he said in the thumbnail that y'all can see, he getting way too much money to care about what people think now. So when you broke, you care about what people think, but when you got money, you don't. See, that narrative has to be destroyed amongst black men because that narrative is toxic. It's toxic. And that is why the hip hop industry is the revolving door for black male death today because of that mentality. Because of that mentality. You aren't supposed to care about nothing once you get some money. It ain't about that no more. Yeah, that's why these young boys is dying in the hip hop industry and going to jail. They just killed Ede 600. Rest in peace. Another dude who was signed to Little Dirk, OTF. Like 2 months ago, they just killed Little Dirk brother. A couple of months before that, they killed one of the other Little Dirk homies. A couple of months before that, they killed King Von. This is because of the backward value system. This is because once you get some money, it don't matter no more. How is that helping young black men? It's not. It's killing us at a faster rate. It's killing us quicker. We don't see this though. We don't see this. It's killing us faster. Putting money over people. It's killing us faster, brothers. We don't see this. It's destroying us from the inside out. The reason why we're being destroyed from the inside out, it's because we're practicing a value system that tells you to live from the outside in. This is why now Conway's not broke anymore. So now I don't care about what people think. I don't care about what people think. I got money. Why do you care about what people think when you broke, but don't care about what people think when you got money? What's the difference? Because you actually think people cared when you were broke, just like you think people care when you got money. Well, newsflash, nobody cares if you broke or if you're not. You know why? Because everyone is trying to make it through life. Everyone's trying to make it through life. No one's sitting back worried about what you're really doing. And I need brothers to understand that. Just say you wanted to wear a skirt because it was Alexander McQueen and you thought it would look cool amongst your peers. Don't try to say, oh, I could wear this shit because I could afford it and I got too much money for the people who disagree. Come on, bro. We got to stop that amongst each other, brothers. Just be real. If you wanted to wear the skirt, you wanted to wear the skirt. Come on. It don't have nothing to do. It has nothing. See, what I want younger brothers to understand is black men identify themselves. Okay? So you don't have to live up to no one's standard, but your own. The one that you set for yourself. You see? But when you practice in a value system where the standards are already set for you, you end up making yourself look like a fool, like most of these rappers. This is why I advise if you a young dude and you have other talents, because see, a lot of these young dudes today, they're not even talented as far as rapping. They just rapping because rap is a hustle. And there's nothing wrong with that. If that's your hustle when you good at hustling it, that's cool. But I want brothers to understand, don't run to this industry because it's popular and then forget that you have real talent, that you have a gift that you can actually share with the world and people will pay you for it. You don't have to go into an industry where you have to sell out, and selling out is doing what? Practicing the backward value system, putting your money over who you are, putting your money over your health. See, that's selling out. That's selling out. That's the essence of it. That is the foundation of selling out. Practicing the backward value system. Because when you practice the backward value system, your life has a price tag on it. It has no value. It has no worth. It has a price. And what do you see these young men doing? Paying the price. They're paying the price. E-Day 600 killed last night. Killed. They're paying the price. Because your life has a price tag on it when you practice the backward value system. When you live that lifestyle. Because there's no value to your life. Your life not worth nothing to anyone. Because you're in an environment where people practice a culture where your life is not valued. You see? So why are we so surprised about, rappers wearing dresses? For what? For what? We shouldn't be surprised at anything that we see these rappers doing and promoting, because they are just promoting different aspects of the backward value system. And they're in the industry where the backward value system rules. because you have to be on demon time. You have to be effeminate and want to wear nail polish and wear dresses and all of that to make that money, to get those sponsors to look at you. That's what that whole industry is about. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Salute. Shout out to all the visionaries out there. Yeah, like Juvenile and Lil Boosie. Exactly. Promoting the, promoting the vaccine. And why? And we know why Lil Boosie doing it. He doing anything to get his Instagram back. We know what this is about. We know what that whole song that Manny Fresh and Juvenile put out. We know what that's about. They have to do this. Remember, I told y'all a long time ago, rappers are walking billboards. All they do is advertise for other companies. They're walking billboards. You see, this is why Conway didn't look at him wearing an Alexander McQueen skirt. He didn't look at it no way. I'm a rapper. This is how he looking at it. I'm a rapper. They paid me to wear this skirt probably. Or I bought the skirt and I wore it. So now I probably gained another 10, 20,000 Instagram followers. I'm on the front of this magazine. I'm in this blog. I'm in that blog. I'm trending on this website because of what I decided to wear, which equates to what? Money. I'm gonna go listen. Man, oh, that's Conway. Oh, I ain't know he had this. I ain't know this was his album. Now you got new fans off of wearing a skirt. It's all part of the game, y'all. It's pop culture. You see? And what rules pop culture is the practice of the backward value system. In a culture, you need people to believe something in order to practice it and to have certain customs. So you need an ism. The ism is consumerism, the backward value system. You see? So Conway is not looking at it how we may be looking at it because he's in the industry where the backward value system is always at play. So he's not looking at it like, well, damn, a lot of young dudes are probably looking at this like, yo, well, if Conway could get away with it, then I can. And, he's not looking at it like that. He's looking at it like, yo, I'm trying to get this bag. And that is the mindset of the people who practice the backward value system. By any means necessary, get the bag. You see? See, but when you practice the 10 life value system, you get the bag, but you don't lose yourself. You don't have to wear a skirt to get some money. You don't have to start doing things where you start to question who you are to continue to get the money you've been getting. See, because you have to understand that a lot of these guys, since COVID, a lot of these guys, especially if they're not independent, they weren't making a lot of money because the shows, they weren't able to do shows. And what a lot of y'all don't understand is the majority of these guys, they make the most of their money on the road, shows, touring. They keep the majority of that money. Now, a lot of those guys have 360 deals. So the label is even taking some of their show money. But the good thing about that is they got a lot of money up front. See, when you take a 360 deal, you get most of your money up front, and the label on the back end, they take most of your publishing, a lot of the points that you make on albums. You know, they have a lot of restrictions on where you can go and how you can, you know, who you can link up with. You know, you don't have a lot of freedom. So a lot of these guys have to do things to stay relevant. And this ain't no knock to Conway, because I still listen to Conway. Conway is one of the dudes, to me right now, that's one of the dopest in the game when it comes to straight rapping. You know, and one of my homegirls, she hit me up. Shout out to you. You know, she hit me up and she was like, yo, DS1, what you feel about Conway, you know, with a dress on? And I told her, I'm like, listen, mamas, this is why you hear me say on my YouTube channel and all over social media where you know me, you hear me say, black men, we are our own agency. Because if we're not eating with each other, who gonna feed us? Black men ain't gonna sit out here and starve. Nobody's supposed to sit out here and starve. And she was like, yo, I never thought about it like that, but you right. I say, yeah, you just gotta take away all of the conspiracy stuff, and you know, take away all of that, and let's just get down to the basics. When a man can't eat, he gonna find a way. So why are we surprised? Why are we surprised? This is nothing but the results of practicing the backward value system. That's all it is. And I'm going to keep bringing more and more examples like this because I want brothers to really understand this stuff. So you're no longer confused. You're no longer shocked when you see what a lot of you guys may have saw with DaBaby. In that little video that came out with him. See, don't ever put it past it either that whole thing with DaBaby could have been a publicity stunt. You can't put it past that either. Because once again, it's all about keeping yourself relevant. DaBaby hasn't had a hit song in a while. I think his last hit song was the brand new Lamborghini cop car. I think that was his last hit song. That came out last year. Like late 2019 or maybe mid 2020. So don't put it past that whole little thing, you know, the little rant and all of that, that could have been a publicity stunt too. All of this is part of the game, y'all. This is how they keep us entertained. Are you not entertained? So don't ever think like, yo, you can't put anything past what we see black men doing in the entertainment industry. Because we have to understand exactly what it is. It's entertainment. But you also have to understand what they're presenting and what they're promoting behind the imagery. You see? It is not cool for rappers to not wear designer for a reason. They want you to wear designer. This is why now you see all of the rappers flooding the whole designer thing. They was doing that back when I was young, back in the 90s, when I first started listening to hip hop. These same brands were the same stuff that the rappers was wearing back then. Why do y'all think now a guy like Dapper Dan, finally he gets his just due? Dapper Dan was doing that years ago. He was doing that before I was born. But in the 90s, all of that Louis, the Fendi jackets, all of the stuff that you see now what was popping. As you can see, they just brought back the patent leather Pradas. Patent leather Pradas was popular in the early 2000s when I was in high school. The early to mid 2000s was when everybody was wearing Pradas. They're using the rappers to what? To promote the lifestyle. Lifestyles is part of culture. See, once again, we're discussing biocothyrons. This is what we're talking about. They're using the rappers to what? Influence. You see? And how easy could it be to get a black man who come from nothing, to get him to influence other black men who come from nothing, to convince, right? If they follow this culture, then what? Then what? They don't have to worry about being poor anymore. See, this is what they sold us as a reward for practicing the backward value system. You move your family out the hood, you move your homies out the hood. This is what they sold to us, brothers. This is why we're so enamored with it. This is why the record execs went down to the streets and implemented the street culture into hip hop. Because guess what? The rappers imitate the street guys. You see? So pop culture is street culture. But they don't call it street culture. They call it pop culture. They don't call pop culture, drill culture, they try to make you think it's separate. No, culture is culture. Culture is culture. Y'all all are promoting a debaucherous value system, which is why the culture is the way it is. Which is why you think a guy who's a gangster like Conway the Machine will pop up with a goddamn skirt on. Just like we were surprised when we saw Kanye started dressing weird. Just like we were surprised when what? We saw Jamie Foxx was a woman. Just like we were surprised when we saw Chris Tucker on Fifth Element dressed like a woman. You want me to go any further? What about when Ving Rhames was dressed in a dress? Remember that? you have to understand that bioculturon is at play. Shout out to Dr. Holman. You have to understand this is at play when they show us a Conway, an ex-street guy, heavy street guy, talk that real street talk, put a dress on, and then say, I don't care what y'all think, I'm getting too much bread. Knowing god darn well if he was in the streets, no matter how much money he would have had, he wouldn't have worn no skirt. Even if it was Alexander McQueen. But this is the culture. This is the culture, brothers. Which is backed by what? A backward value system. See, because whether the value system is the backward value system, which is consumerism, or the 10 life value system, no matter the system, bioculturon is going to always be at play. See, because like it says here, whether the results are good or bad, when these three things come together, the results are going to be the results. See, so what we teach here in the A Game Nation, what I teach here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV, right, is how about we start making bioculturon work for us in a good way by practicing a value system that's going to benefit us. And this is why I'm speaking out against this. Because these images and the lifestyle that's being promoted is continuing to what? It is continuing to tell our young brothers how to think and what to feel about themselves based on those images. So if I cannot wear Alexander McQueen, I am less than a man. See, y'all have to understand what a value system does. Y'all have to understand what bioculturon does. This is why this chart is extremely important. And I want y'all to read it when I post it. It's very much appreciated because I want y'all to understand what I'm saying. This is why you have a lot of young black men who are committing suicide because they're feeling like they're inept, because they can't live up to a backward value system that will destroy them anyway. There's a lot of us men, young men, older men, who feel inept because they're not living up to the standard of a value system that's going to destroy them anyway. You see? See, we have a standard here in the A Game Nation. We're bringing the space a standard. We're bringing the space value. We're showing black men the value starts with you, not with those dead presidents in your wallet that everybody's after, brother. Do you know? Let me go on a quick rant. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Do y'all know that there's a lot of millionaire black men out here who move a certain way because they know that they have money, and the fact that they don't practice the backward value system, that damn near the whole goddamn world is against them? This is why a lot of them you don't hear about. You don't even know. I guarantee you, if Jay-Z didn't make the money he made in hip-hop, we wouldn't have knew Jay-Z. We wouldn't have knew Jay-Z. It is because he knows that the impoverished mind practice the value system of consumerism. And that impoverished mindset will always look to hurt and to cannibalize their own. You see? But they look at you as not being them because you don't practice their value system. Because that's what their value system tells them to do. If they're not consumer based, you consume them. Because what? Consumers consume. You don't have no value in yourself. All you do is consume. And I want to let brothers know, man, that has never worked for us. Let's look at the results. Let's look at the results. Let's look at the results. Let's listen to the conversations by the men that the men are having. And y'all tell me if following the backward value system works. You see? If we want black male media, we got to support black male media, right? But if we're going to represent ourselves correctly, we have to all, as a group of men, have a value system. because it starts with valuing one another. Before I value your money, I have to value the man. You see, this is why I brought up the fact of who Alexander McQueen is. Because I would just simply say, why would a straight masculine man wear the clothes of an open homosexual, or whether a down low homosexual? Why would any man do that? It has nothing to do with, oh, he could afford it. What that got to do with anything? I can afford Tommy Hilfiger, but Tommy Hilfiger said he don't want guys like me wearing his clothes. He didn't even make clothes for guys like me. Cool, then I won't wear it. I won't wear it. See, because I value the man before his money. I value the man. Number one, spiritual value. Number two, health value. Number three, family. Number four, appearance. Number five, dwelling. The internal five. I value the black man first before what he has. The gynocracy only values what you have. Gynocrats are based in and practice the backward value system. This is why they burnt out little thought monkeys, because it's about the bag over who they are, over their health. They little dust bunnies, because they practice the backward value system. You see? You see? So we shouldn't be surprised at guys wearing no dress. For what? Especially no rapper. Salute our brothers, fathers, time. Salute, family. Appreciate that. Shout out to the whole A-Game family in the building. I see y'all. Appreciate it. Salute to all the visionaries. Make sure y'all like and share the show. Why are we still surprised at these rappers, y'all? They're doing a job. They're doing a job. And they're doing a job to what? To consume. As the Crimson Cure said in the chat, salute to the lovely Crimson Cure. She says, worthless consumer equals useless eaters. This is what you become practicing the backward value system. And what do you hear us say when we just trying to get up? Man, I'm just trying to eat. Man, I'm just trying to eat. Man, I'm just trying to eat. And a lot of brothers go to those rap execs saying the same thing. And that's when they know, oh, he's a worthless consumer. He just won a couple $100,000 so he could buy him a house, buy a little car, then go to the Gucci store and ball out, and then go buy some red bottoms. And then after he blow 100,000 on nothing, then he gonna try to get his finances together. And by then, we be done made him do, you know, God knows how many albums and, you know, things that he not even gonna get paid for. This is why the 360 deal has become so popular in the game. Because they know, oh, you come from poverty? Oh, okay, you practice the backward value system. We know you just trying to get a bag so you could look nice, so you could come back to your neighborhood and shit on poor people. So you could come back and show everybody that you not poor no more. See, these rap execs know this stuff. You see? They understand. You know why? Because they understand this. What our brother Dr. Holman has taught us. Biocothyron. They understand this. So now they're going to pay you to come back and to inflict the same traumas and the impoverished mindset that they inflicted on you and your friends when you were there. Now they're going to pay you to do it. Now they're going to just pay you to do it. You see? You see? See, a guy like 50 Cent, he learned this. He learned what Interscope was doing to him. Why do you think everybody who 50 beef with, he got cool with him and made an amends? Because he realized what practicing the backward value system done to him. And what it made him do to other brothers. That's why him and Fat Joe is cool. That's why him and D Block is cool. Him and Jay-Z is cool. Why? Why? Because he understands you must value the man first. And it took him what? Getting some money to do that. See, some guys, they make that transition. But see, 50 was also from a time in hip-hop where artists still had time to make those mistakes and then come back and correct them. See, you young brothers today, y'all don't have that time. They shut all of that type of stuff down in the game. Either you practicing the backward value system and you spinning blocks and you got ops, or you not going to make no money. The lights are shut off for you. The lights are shut off. Period. Get down or lay down. There is no, you make the crossover, you get some money, then you come back and help the hood no more. No, you help the hood because we tell you to. You're going to do what we tell you to, boy. We got a whole little program for you. You're going to do what we say. You're going to do what we say. Because you want to get this bag, right? Right? You see? And see, a guy like Conway, they're not going to treat him like that. You know why? Because he an older cat. He know the game. They don't got to do that to him. They're not going to treat him like that. He know the game. They ain't going to do him like that. They going to do y'all new brothers like that. Y'all gonna come in the game already with an image. If you not coming in on demon time, you're coming in effeminate. Period. Period. You young brothers, all of that. Griselda was the last of those. That wave, it's done. That chapter, that door, done. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. Yeah, I'm back, y'all. Can y'all hear me? My my power went out. Bad rain. Can y'all hear me? Put a number 1 in the chat. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Okay, yeah, my bad, y'all. I had to come back on my phone. But yeah, like I was saying, we cannot expect anything different from what we see. We can't expect anything different at this point. We really can't. We really can't. Because hold on, y'all. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Power back on. So, as I was saying, we cannot expect anything different from what we see. We cannot allow that stuff to surprise us, because when we understand that the entertainment industry, this is why they put sports and entertainment together. I don't know if y'all noticed that, but for like the past, I'm gonna say for like the past maybe 30 years, they call it sports and entertainment. Before, when I was young, when I was growing up, sports was sports and entertainment was entertainment. You know, it wasn't something that was intertwined. But now it's one big entertainment complex. And that includes sports and music. That's a fact, Hannibal. Shout out to Cameron, SDE album. We know what you know what that was. Why this y'all, because I want us to begin to really respect 10 lives. Really it's a little itchy. I really to grasp these values from the N5 to the 05. Don't know file this the way our home and created. Do not take and book up and make it. No, follow exactly how it's to be followed. Yeah, I'm a little lag with me. Y'all bear with it 1 to 9 to 9 to 5, not 1 to 7, not 4 to 10 to 9 to 2, 10 to 10. Start with internal X. It is, brothers, for a us have to with the awareness of ourselves first. Say I mean, after that we get into what? The external 5, which is the building part, which is where brothers come together and build what we say we need and want for brothers. You see, this is why this value system is comprehensive. It makes perfect sense. Because it addresses the issues that we claim we have step by step. Step by step. So don't be surprised. Don't be shocked. Don't be mortified when you see in our brothers that's in the industry and you might see them throw a dress on. You know, you might see them do something a little funny, a little suspect. You know, don't be spooked by it. Just understand what it comes from. And that is what I want everyone to grasp from today's show. Understand why you see what you're seeing. Understand why you're seeing what you're seeing. Don't just fly off into, emotional mode and you really can't assess what you see or what you think brothers is dealing with. And the reason why we see our brothers doing the things that they're doing is because they're practicing the backward value system, and that backward value system is paying them. That's why they're promoting it. And it is because a lot of us don't understand or haven't practiced it enough to understand that we're our own agency, and that at the end of the day, it's about how we do each other. It's about how we treat each other, brothers. It's about how we do business with each other, brothers. That's what it's about. Once we can fix those things, getting money and building and doing all those things will be the easy part. That'll be the easy part. Shout out to Mr. Boogeyman. He says, salute, family. We have to have a value system, because if we don't, we will continue to see dysfunctional black people. So as black men, we need a value system. Facts. That's why here, my brother, I know you've been watching. We promote the 10 life value system. That's what we promote here in the A Game family, in the A Game Nation, and here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to the underrated darkness in the building. Salute. What's going on, Kalila? Shout out to Bronze Dip in the building. What's up, Queen of C? Salute the Queen of C. Mr. Napalm, salute. Perfect Timing Podcast. What's going on, my brother? Mark Green, salute. Shout out to Third Ward in the building. J.R. Meadows. What's going on, Miss Odessa? Salute. Shout out to everybody in the building. Much love to Lack of Black. Salute. You better have shared it, Lack of Black. You better have shared it. What's going on, Howie? I appreciate your support. He says loving your content. Appreciate it. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. I appreciate y'all for coming through on this Sunday afternoon. Much love to y'all. Make sure y'all like and share the stream. If you enjoyed the stream, the Cash App is on the top left hand of your screen. Go ahead and hit that up. If you have, I appreciate the support. If you hit the super chat, I appreciate the support. Like I said, but make sure y'all like and share the stream. Make sure y'all like and share the stream. Shout out to all of the visionaries in the building. Salute to the A Game family. Salute to the A Game Nation. This is DS1 Ross of Sheep Stay Sleep TV. And remember, brothers, we are our own agency. We are our own agency. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace. This show is sponsored, and this channel is sponsored by A Game, a male herbal solution. A male herbal solution. Fellas, get down in the description box and join this A Game lifestyle. This is a lifestyle promoting optimal health for us men. It's a lifestyle that promotes optimal health for us men. It is for our energy. It is for our vitality. It is for our strength. And it is for our libido. Fellas, join this A Game lifestyle simply by clicking the link in the description box. And at your checkout, type in the promo code SHEEP and the number 10. That's SHEEP and the number 10. Get a discount off on your purchase.